Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany Byrne. I'm the Minnesota NASA coordinator. I've been the Minnesota NASA coordinator since 2014. In keeping with the Olympic theme, we have some rules, regulations, and qualifications to go over in regards to the ARMS 3 survey. For this presentation, we're going to focus on the face page and the screening supplement. For ARMS 3 this year, there are 4 versions of the questionnaire. The first version is the core, which is the costs and returns. It is on a blue cover sheet. All states except Alaska and Hawaii are participating. The second version is the corn, which is on a yellow cover page with 19 states participating. The third version is the rice, and that is on an orange cover page, and there are 6 states participating. The final version is the version 4, and that is the dairy version. That is on a green cover page, and there are 28 states participating. The screening process. Operators in the ARMS 3 sample have been screened and determined to be in business for 2021. Operators were contacted between May and July of 2021 for the ARMS 1 survey. They were contacted by either mail and or phone. ARMS 1 refusals are not in the ARMS 3 sample. Previously reported data, or PRD, was also used for screening to reduce respondent burden. PRD could be used if the operator completed a NAS survey between December 2020 and June 2021. Keep in mind, it is possible that there may have been some changes to the operation status since it was screened. And just because an operation had PRD from 2020 does not mean they were still operating in 2021. This is where the screening supplement will be used and will come into play and be presented later on. The label. Let's talk about and look at a standard label. A lot of information can be found on the label. We're going to start off with the state POID. The state POID is an 11-digit identifier that NAST uniquely assigns each record for identification purposes. The first 2 digits are the state FIPS. The remaining 9 are unique, but always start with either a 1 for area records, or 3, 7, 8, or 9 for list records. The next important item on the label is the online survey code. This is the code an operator would need to access their ARMS 3 survey online themselves using the AidCounts website. Next up is the OPDOM status. It is used to identify your target operator and their operation identification. I will go over these status codes in more detail later. Next up, we have the operation name. This is the name of the farm or ranch. Not all records will have an operation name. Next is the person or operator name. This is the individual identified as the contact for that specific record. Next, we have the very important phone number. These are the phone numbers that we had when the file was created for the label. Additional or updated phone numbers, if they are available, would be in your assignment listing on CAPI. For the most up-to-date contact information, check your CAPI listing under the little I icon or in the comment section. The other identifying information on the label would be your operation county ID, operation district ID, your supervisor's ID, the enumerator assigned that record, the county ID, and the sequence number. The survey code. The survey code is the code the operator needs to complete the survey on their own online. The operator's copy of the questionnaire has a survey code printed in the upper left corner of their questionnaire. As an enumerator, you can also find the survey code on your copy of that operator's printed questionnaire in the same location. But you can also find the survey code on your CAPI listing. To do this, you would click the information icon and look for the word survey code. As a reminder, The website an operator would need to report their data online is shown here, eggcounts.usda.gov. Opdom status. Now I'm going to discuss the 3 Opdom statuses. In NASS, we use these Opdom status codes to identify the target operator. The target operator needs to be involved in the operation and in the decision making in order to collect the data for ARMS-3. We have 3 sets of Opdom status codes that we need to talk about. The first one, and the most common, this makes up 95% of our national ARMS-3 sample, is the Opdom status 00. An Opdom status 00 means that the target is the person listed on the front of the questionnaire. The second Opdom status is what we call an 8545. This means that the operator has more than one operation and would like to report each operation separately to NASS. The target name will be the person listed as the operator on the front of the questionnaire. For example, if an operator has a crop operation and a livestock operation, both ran by the same operator, but for some reason or another, he has asked to report as 2 separate entities to NASS. For most operator dominant surveys, NASS will try to include all operations associated with a given target in the sample. But for ARMS-3, only one of those operations, either the Opdom 85 or the Opdom 45, will be selected. The final Opdom status to talk about is the 99. And the 99 just means there is something special about this operation. Typically, this means that it's a large operation that has a hired manager. The target for an Opdom 99 is always the operation name. Remember, the Opdom status is located under the state POID. In the next few slides, we will dig deeper into each of the Opdom status and what it means as you collect your ARMS-3 data. Opdom status 00. As we learned, for an Opdom status 00, the target operator is the person named on the front page of the label. In this record, you can see by the circle that we are clearly working with an Opdom status of 00. So with what we have learned, our target for this example would be Hawkeye Pierce. Hawkeye only has this one operation, and you are collecting data for that entire operation for 2021. If Hawkeye would no longer be involved in operating a farm, this questionnaire would be put out of business. And we will talk about how to do that in a few minutes. The next status we're going to do an example on is an 8545. As you can tell by this example right here in this red circle, we are working with the 45 record. 8545 records make up 2% of the national ARMS-3 sample. For this label, since it is a 45 record, we learned that this means that the operator has multiple operations and that he wants to report them separately. Our next step is to figure out who our target is and what we're asking questions about. Most Opdom 8545 records are treated just like Opdom 00 records. The target is the person named on the label, but we are only looking to collect information for the operation listed. So in this exact example, our target is still Hawkeye Pierce, but we need to make it clear to Hawkeye that we only want him to report data pertaining to MASH farms for ARMS-3. Hawkeye may have many operations, but it is your job as an enumerator to make sure when you're calling and talking to him that he understands which operation you are obtaining data for. Ideally, each operation will have a unique operation name, but the 8545 Opdom status is your light bulb clue that the operator has multiple operations. Remember, for 8545 records, only one of the operations will be selected for ARMS-3. Opdom status 99. This is the last of our Opdom statuses that we're going to talk about. The Opdom status 99, again, means that it's a managed operation, and these make up 3% of the national ARMS-3 sample. Unlike our Opdom 00s and 8545s, our target is no longer the person named on the label, but the operation name. So in this example, MASH Farms is our target for this Opdom 99. So when you call and talk to Hawkeye, you need to make it clear to Hawkeye that we are obtaining data from MASH Farms only and nothing else. Keep in mind, Hawkeye himself may have his own individual farm, but we are not concerned with that. We are only concerned about MASH Farms in which Hawkeye manages. If Hawkeye is no longer managing MASH Farms, confirm with him that MASH Farms is still in operation and attempt to get the new manager's contact information. As long as MASH Farms is still operating, we can collect the data for the ARMS3 survey from the new manager. Partners. All known partners are pre-printed on the questionnaire. Partners do not have a direct impact on the Opdom status of a record. Opdom statuses 00 and 8545 can have partners. Please make sure to verify all partner information and make necessary updates in CAPI or on the paper form based on your region's instructions. An Opdom status 99 will list the manager for that operation. Other names may be mentioned in the comments of who might be a good secondary contact that could help complete the report if the manager is unavailable. But these individuals are not partners, and they should not be added as partners. Remember, since partners also make the day-to-day decisions for the operation, they can be a good source to report data if the primary operator listed is unavailable. For adding partners, when you have a new partner, you will write in as much contact information for the new partner as possible, and you will continue to complete the ARMS3 survey. For deleting a partner, you will cross off the partner's information on the face page, and you will continue completing the ARMS3 survey. Target partner switcheroo. Imagine with me the following situation. We have an Opdom status 00 record, but this record is a partnership consisting of Hawkeye and Radar. You call and speak with Hawkeye, the target operator. Hawkeye informs you that he is working his way into retirement, but still helps with the farm and making the decisions. He wants you to make his partner Radar the main contact for the operation, as Radar will eventually be taking over. In NASS, we call this a target switch. If you have this situation, here's how you would handle it for a paper questionnaire. You would write switch on the face page of your survey with a note stating, Hawkeye has stepped down, but is still involved. Radar should be the main contact or target. Since Hawkeye is still involved, you will complete the ARMS3 survey. Now let's imagine that same record, but this time, Hawkeye says he is fully retired as of December 2020, and Radar has officially taken over. Hawkeye has nothing to do with the farm anymore. The situation is different from the one we just went over, due to the fact that Hawkeye is no longer involved with the operation at all. With this situation, you will write OOB on the face page with a note that Hawkeye has stepped down completely and is no longer involved in the operation. You will then fill out a screening supplement for this record. You will not be completing an ARMS3 survey. We will go over the screening supplement in the next few slides. Again, these examples were for data collected directly on paper. Please follow the guidance of your regional office if you are entering data directly into CAPI. If at any time you are unsure if you should complete the questionnaire, given a partner switch or any type of change to a partner situation, please check with your regional field office. The screening supplement. If the target states they are out of business, you need to complete the screening supplement to ensure that zero agricultural activity was conducted by that target during 2021. The screening supplement will step you through a series of yes or no questions. These yes or no questions help you to probe for any agricultural activity. If the target responds with a yes to any of the questions 1 through 4, by NASS definition, this operation is still in business. If the target was in business at any time during 2021, you will need to obtain as much information as you can from the time the operator was in business, and NASS will consider this operation as still operating for the purpose of the ARMS 3 survey. If the target truly was out of business in 2021, i.e. they sold their entire entity prior to January 1, 2021, you will complete the screening supplement and questions 1 through 4 will all be no. Obtain as much contact information for the new target or operator as you can, and then provide the screening supplement to your regional office as directed. Thank you all for your time and attention during the face page and screening supplement presentation. Good luck with your ARMS 3 data collection. And now I gladly pass the torch on to the next presenter. Thank you.